All right, Kanye, we good to go, bro. Yeah. We good to go, man. All right, Shalom. First off, we want to start off, as always, by giving our praise and glory unto
Yeah,
Yahweh,
Bahashim,
Shai.
Bahashim, Rafafadash.
The one is unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to say much love unto the brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. And I also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And once again, we're back to the Spirit of Yahweh Shai on this Thursday night to bring out news and edification in the hopes to edify you brothers and sisters out there so that you can see what's going on in the world and that you can stay on your watch as well. Okay, we have a few things here lined up, man. And we pray that you brothers and sisters who tune in are edified or possibly come across this video. And brother, do you have anything out? Okay, Con. Yeah, man. So, hop right into it. Try to get into this information, man, before we get too late here. So the first thing we're going to touch on here is this video from this guy by the name of Joey B. Tunes here on YouTube. I watch a lot of his videos, man. He be reacting to these TikToks and stuff. And this is how I get, access to TikTok is by watching the YouTube videos because I don't have TikTok. I ain't got time for it. I think it's a distraction, but certain brothers can deal with it, and handle it, but I just can't sit there, and scroll through those videos, man. It doesn't make my head hurt. It's like, just watching these compilation videos and different things, it make it easy for me. All right. But as you can see, it says TikTok and Idiocracy 11 NPC edition. So without further ado, man, I'm gonna play some of this video here and do a little commentating on it. But this world, man, okay, this world is full of folly, and every day it wax worse and worse. But these people are getting paid for foolishness, all right, for things that are just absurd. And here it is, we're slaving on our jobs, trying to make ends meet. These people making thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, just by making crazy sounds and licking the screen. And people paying them for this kind of madness. Okay, but so I'll play this video here, man, and get this clip out the way here.
Well, folks, if you ever been on the fence about whether we're witnessing the fall of humanity, get a load of this.
Ice cream so good. Tequila Lopez. Slay, huh? Ice cream so good. Ice cream so good. Yes, 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 yes.
Now, you're probably asking yourself, what type of disorder is this woman suffering from?
Yes, yes, yes. Gang, gang.
Well, you might be surprised to learn that this is not just your typical case of TikTok-itis. Now, TikTokers have evolved from twirling their arms in their bedrooms, flopping on the floor of their parents' homes, to reducing themselves to coin-operated puppet shows. Yeah, see, back in the day, there used to be a clown in a box that you could pay to make funny dances. Now there's clowns in your phone that you can pay to react to objects you give them, like digital ice cream cones.
Ice cream, yum! Tootsie Balls. Ice cream, yum!
Yeah, and this one's making about $7,000 a day. Now you know why nobody wants to work anymore.
Our next guest believes fewer 2023 high school graduates are seeking employment.
Yeah, why would they? Who needs a career when you could put a TV on your head and sell your dignity for TikTok likes?
Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift.
Come on, someone send her a plug emoji. Maybe she'll plug it in and give us a real show. You think these people are stupid. Imagine the amount of flatlining going on in the brains of the people who watch this.
Yum! Yum! A hot dog! Yum!
I mean, if your night consists of spending money on a digital ice cream cone with the sole purpose to watch someone say,
I love ice cream.
You got to be a few weeks away from experiencing true brain death.
Lizzie, thank you so much.
That thing's got to be flickering like a dying light bulb.
It's my birthday! Tick-tock! Ice cream! Ooh, hot, the burns! Ooh, hot, the burns!
Oh boy, this one might be having an actual seizure.
I'm sorry, man. What? Bro, this is what's being normalized, bro, in the earth. This is what kids are tuning into. Shorty right here is out of her mind, okay? She's completely bugged out of her mind. But this is where we at, though, man. This is where society is at. This is where man is at, you know. And this is witchcraft, really. Okay, these people are under a spell because there's no way a normal acting person would behave like this on the internet. People are like truly just sunken in by this stuff, man. This is complete witchcraft and folly, bro. But this is the energy that Esau allows in the earth, man. And more people see it. They want to do it and try to make money or whatnot. But this is just madness, bro. Like, come on, bro.
And this could just be a result of years of TikTok abuse. Yeah, let's see what a 100-year-old war veteran has to say about this.
Our country's going to hell in a handbasket.
Yes, it is, Esau. Yes, it is.
Esau,
Go ahead, Doc.
yeah, like the snapping turtles.
He finished. Esau, all that. You did all that fighting, all that killing. You lost all them friends on the battlefield just for this stuff right here to get glorified, man. And now he's in his feelings. He said this country is going to hell in a handbasket. You're right. There's one thing I would agree with you on, Esau. This country is done, man. These people are finished, bro. Oh, my goodness.
The things we did and the things we fought for and the boys that died for it, it's all gone down the drain.
I love glizzies.
That's not what they died for.
Chicken. It's my birthday!
That's not it.
Ooh, Rose. Ow. That hurt. That's prickly.
Good Lord. I got to imagine this is the closest thing to experiencing the fall of Rome.
Pop it in.
It is. You're right, Joey B. You're watching Babylon fall. And we got front row seats, man. Because this is just getting out of hand. And these are just a few people that we see. Okay, just a few TikTok videos, man. But it's a lot of people out here like that who like to stream and all this stuff. They're, oh my goodness. These people should be locked up somewhere. They shouldn't have access to nothing. Okay. But here, man, you can do what you want to do in this country, bro.
Mini. Pop it a mini. Pop it a mini. Cat claws. Rawr. 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 Ooh, woo.
You know, there used to be people who did this for free in a mental asylum.
Meow. That's a huge glizzy. Oh.
Too bad TikTok wasn't around back then. At least the inmates could have made some money from their padded room.
GG. Thank you for the share.
All right, I can't take much more of this. I got to get out of here.
Meow.
Oh, my bad. I'm clicking on Joey B information. But yeah, man, that's where we're at. That's where we're at on the earth, man. This is a complete clown show. So, get into the scripture now, man. This is Ecclesiastes 10:5. It says, "There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler." And who is the ruler? Esau, man. This is the error of his doings. But he needs this kind of behavior in the earth so that he can keep the control, man. These people are under a freaking spell, bro. This like the internet has truly bugged people out, bro. And they're detached from reality. It's sad, but this is where we at, bro. It says folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Folly, man, foolishness. Set in great dignity, meaning great height. It's being glorified, man. You saw the girl making $7,000 a day, bro. $7,000 a day by making food sounds and licking the screen. Yep, yep, yep. Just stupid, bro. Folly, bro. Okay, I mean, oh my goodness. And if you go into this word here, folly, real quick, I just want to get it. Hebrew word H5529. The word is a sakal. All right, it says folly. Going to the root word here. All right, same word, a sakal. It says to be foolish, be a fool. Okay, and that's what you see on TikTok, man. Out in the world, people being fools, man, and it's being glorified. Go on Instagram, go on these different apps, man. All you see is people just being foolish all the time. You know, just doing anything for clout, anything for attention, man. Like people real deal risking their lives, man. Doing any challenge that come on the internet. This is how you know these people are a bunch of sheep. I couldn't believe that they did that little Tide Pod challenge, to where they were eating that washing powder pod thing.
Right.
Bro, I couldn't believe that that was an actual thing. And people were getting poisoned by doing that, man. It's foolishness, bro. And that's why I don't be out like that, bro, man. Cause I be want to get violent sometimes.
Hey, I can buy me ad, bro.
Go here, brother.
Because it was gradualism the whole time. Because now everybody knows to do what? Challenge, the new challenge, right? But
right.
what was really the first couple of challenges, but we didn't know them as that at the time, the ice bucket challenge for the ALS. Right. You got to call somebody out, tag them in your caption on your video, pour water on your head. That was the first thing, getting people to think they donate to a good cause, just to get them going along with the trends on social media. But now look down the line, they dancing today. I think I seen in New York today, they banned all officials from having TikTok. They banned all officials from having TikTok. Matter of fact, while you speaking, I'm gonna look it up and I'll throw it in the chat. But yeah, bro, because it's a childish society.
Yeah, it is.
Very childish, because Esau ruling, he's a childish man. And that's why we see what we see today. You got to do, bro.
Right. It says to make foolish turn into foolishness, to act or do foolishly. This is all you see every day, man. This is why I try to have less contact with people, man. Because I don't have time. Like, I don't have time for these challenges. People run up on you, asking you questions while they live streaming. Like, bro, I don't have time. Bro, I'm trying to go to the house, bro. Why are you stopping me, interrupting me, man? This dude, what's his name? Phony Marco. He used to do videos inside of Walmart, just messing with people, man. Asking them dumb questions in the form of, rap lyrics. And people looking confused, like, what the hell is the nigga talking about? But he just bothering people, man. All this foolish stuff, bro. It says to do foolishness, play the fool. To be silly, right? This is what you see, man. And the scripture speaks about, it says a warning to you, if your king is a child. That's somewhere inside Ecclesiastes. But yeah, man, I move on here to the next precept. This is Isaiah 47:8. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures. And this time out here in Babylon, man, right? The people are given to pleasures, man. This is why you see people 400, 500 pounds. I mean, just morbidly obese. I was inside the HEB the other day. I saw a big, wide, just a big, sloppy, massive woman. I'm like, why are you in HEB? Like, it should be a weight limit to shopping. If you 300, if you 250, you can't come in the grocery store. If you 200 pounds or just fat, you can't come in the grocery store no more until you lose weight.
How you know she wasn't Big Moon? That
No, sir. There were no bones. There was a big, massive. Oh my goodness. I mean, I was really hurt for her, bro. Cause you that big, man. And it's like you don't notice like your health risk. And you're in HEB, you got 2 baskets. Why do you have 2 baskets of food in HEB? Get out of here. But them parasites and them demons, man, have these people just gone, bro. But pleasures, yeah, man, pleasures, man. You know, this internet fame and, money, you get your, stuff here, whatever, man, just pleasure. Anything for the flesh. Babylon got it for you, man. And this is why Jake's so gone. Okay? It says that dwelleth carelessly. These people dwell with not any care, bro. They don't have no worries because they feel like, America will never fall. Esau, the big bad white man, so nothing will never happen to this country. So they're just living a careless lifestyle.
Right.
It says, in thine heart I am, and none that's beside me. I shall not sit a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And the children are representing the people here in Babylon, okay? Meaning that, in other words, this country will never go down. It will never be defeated. It will never fall. This is the mindset of Esau and these people, man. It says, but these 2 things shall come on thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. This is what you see going on in Babylon, man, through these cell phones. It's heavy, heavy sorcery and enchantments on these apps, man, on these phones, bro. And like, we really like addicted to these phones. I lost my phone the other day for about 10 seconds, and then my heart damn near start beating.
Right.
We too attached to this stuff, bro.
Like that feeling when you thought you lost your wallet.
Yeah, bro. Like, bro, you lose that cell phone, you start panicking, bro. But that's how that's how life is right now, man. Come on, yeah, the brother posted a precept. Oh, yeah, he found it. Ecclesiastes 10:16, it says, Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. And Esau's a child, man. He's a damn child. And I think we're going into the word child. Let me see here real quick, then I'll move on to the next video and I'll pass to you. I'll see the word child here. Oh. If I'm mistaken, I don't think it's bun, I believe. Nope. Yeah, it's not bun. But yeah, the Hebrew word what is it? Na'ir. Na'ir. It says a boy led service of youth, so a young boy, a child. This is what Esau is, man. He's a big kid. And just as the king is, so is the people, as it says in Sirach 10, man. Through. So moving on here to the next video, and I actually played this video in my live I did, I believe on what was it, Tuesday? But I'm gonna play it again, for the brothers and sisters who didn't see it. But this one, We On News, it says human chip implants, are they successful? So I'll play this video here, man, and I grab a precept here.
Has advanced to an extent where we use finger scans and face IDs full-fledgedly. But when it comes to implanting chips under the skin, it doesn't seem to have reached its full potential.
Right. It hasn't really reached its full potential yet because this society hasn't collapsed yet. But it will reach its full potential, not because I say so, it's biblical prophecy. That MOTB is going on in your skin, man. They're talking about this. It's in the mainstream media. But yet guys still scoffing, still mocking, as if it's a game. But we see everything being engineered toward this thing, man. Why is the money going digital? Why? Why are IDs going digital? And your medical records going digital? Why? They're setting the stage, man. But here we go.
The act still feels like a gimmick rather than a modern robotic human. And such is the scenario when this technology has already existed for many, many decades. Now, would you ever get an electronic chip under your skin? The chips planted under the skin tend to carry the RFID technology. Now, RFID, or radio frequency identification, enables technologies like tap to pay and subway cards. So in case you don't want to carry your bags and bank cards to pay, you can have such chips installed under your skin. One can also install sensors and avoid carrying keys to home and unlocking cars. But an important point to note is that such technologies do not work like how they would, for example, in a Mission Impossible film. In fact, they don't work half the time and are still a bit far from being successfully used. Another integral drawback of such...
Yeah, so there you have it, man. This is being talked about, and before you know it, this thing going to be global, okay? Global, man. Only a few more prophecies, well, I should say a few more steps left, and this thing going to be here, man, for everybody, okay? Everybody going to be locked into this system, bro. And the title you're going to say is, are they successful? Oh, they will be successful. And the scriptures say so here. This Revelation 13:16. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark or their charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. That RFID chip is legit, and it will be issued to the world. Okay, it says cause it all. Everybody gonna have to bow down to this thing, man. If you want to, continue to live in society and buy food and pay your rent, you're gonna have to bend the knee to what the beast want, man. And that's why we're praying to Yahweh Shema Rashad to keep us from this time, man. Because it's going to be very trying. That temptation coming upon all of us, bro. Because we all got certain comforts and certain things that we like, certain habits that we have. And when it just get cut off, just instantly, it's going to affect you. Especially if you're a brother or a sister who well off. You're going to be tried, man. If you got a lot of possessions here in Babylon, you're going to be tried. Okay, but all of us gonna be tried. So, oh yeah, and this too, man. Get a chance to watch this video from We On News talking about Canada wildfires. I was watching a YouTube short this morning of a person in Canada, in that town, and she was talking about how her and her family has to evacuate, and like pretty much all of her stuff, everything that they have going to be burnt alive and destroyed because of these wildfires that have been going on for the past 4 months. So you get a chance to watch that video there and, watch other videos and clips on it, man. But these wildfires are going crazy. Okay. So, brother, you got it out. And shalom to the brothers. Sisters on the coming, boy. Shalom, man. Yes, sir. Shalom. Are you muted out? I think you're muted, bro.
Oh, damn. Con, the water, bro.
You good.
Con, yeah. Shalom, Tola, Akim, Aquat on the coming, boy. You have a Shema Shabrakathan. Whoever watching. But as you see on the title, it says that the beast is poking the bear. Right now, when we say the beast, we talking about modern times, America, but you also got NATO and the EU, and really, which most NATO members are part of the EU, but the origins of it, you go back to Rome. You see, Rome, you had its certain vassals, but nevertheless, and the bears who is Russia, as you got in Revelation, the 13th chapter, right? But I'm gonna hop into these articles. This first one I'm gonna kind of run through. The Elder Yashawamba, he touched on it. So I'm gonna kind of run through that one. I want to get to this one as well, because look, all these nations saying the same thing about America, man. Everybody feeling the same. Not just America, but the West in a whole. And there's in one of these articles, what Putin said. Right, check it out. I just read this right now. But it says Russian President Vladimir Putin has used similar language to describe the conflict, framing it as an attempt by the U.S. and its subordinate allies, right? And who is that? Those other beastly members, man. Right? It says to prevent the emergence of a multipolar world order. Russian troops are not just fighting in. Check it out. It says Russian troops are not just fighting the Ukrainian military, he said last year, but the entire Western military machine. That's the beast. That's the beast. He know he going against the whole NATO and the EU, man. And look, Putin ain't stupid. That's why he doing just as what the prophecy say he was going to do. He's gathering nations unto him. You know, he's gathering nations unto him, man. But we're in that time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get this precept. I got it up. This Revelation 11 and verse 14. It says the second war was past. Now, when you read the scriptures, the Bible says it have three woes. Now, those woes are speaking about three worlds wars. Now, you had the first one, the second one, and right here it says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Cometh quickly, man, and we're in that time, and all things are working perfectly. Because look at what's happening in the earth. Because what's the last few things we waiting on? The MOTB, World War III, shit, and you know the missiles. But even before that, because even within MOTB and World War III, Jacob's Trouble will be popped off, and everything will happen. But the main things is the MOTB and World War III. Well, look, both of these things are being talked about in the mainstream media at the same time. You know, you're about to say something, Mark?
I was going to say the Apostle Gabar was speaking, speaking earlier this morning about how the MOTB should be, the main topic of all these camps.
Mm-hmm.
World War III, a Jacob's Trouble, but especially MOTB, because that's a major, major prophecy, man. Once that thing comes, things are going to speed up, as Apostle keeps saying, because it's going to have to. If not, Esau should he'll gather every brother and sister up, if he could, and just slay us, man.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, brother.
Nah, that's it. But I read that again, Revelation 11 and 14, because again, World War III, the missiles can't be shut off if nobody ain't get sea help, if that's not mandated yet. Because the judgment for getting that, it says you go be in the fire. So how could the fire come if nobody ain't get it yet to be judged, man? But as the scriptures say, the Most High don't do things out of order. And the last few things we waiting on, they've been spoken about, not just in underground news, but also in mainstream media. They putting it out there. See hips in people, as the brother just spoke on, not just in hands, in heads, in brains, man. They doing it. And look, World War III, and look, some of these articles, these nations ready. These nations ready. But let's go into it. So this on RT News. Now, this was put out August 15th. So it says nuclear war is inevitable. And that's correct. And as North Korea said, that it says the U.S. should abandon its hostile policy if it is truly interested in dialogue, Pyongyang believes. So look, even if America want to talk, put down your gun, put down the weapons, man. Take them out of here. Then we'll talk. Because now they're catching on to American ways. Now they ain't just want to shake hands, and then once they shake hands, America come with the other hand behind the back and stab them in the back. So now they're saying, no, look, put down everything first, then we can talk. So it says the world is just a step away from nuclear conflict. North Korean Defense Minister General Kang Sun-yum, he warned in a statement made public on Tuesday and presented at the Moscow International Security Conference. The official blamed Washington's desire for regime change in Pyongyang for ratcheting up tensions. So again, as the scripture said, America can't keep at home.
Right.
You know, going to other people places and then everything go left because you there. You got something, Mark?
No. Go ahead, Rob. You got it.
It says he also accused the U.S. of increasing its military presence in the region by deploying nuclear capability, aircraft, and a submarine to the area. So it says, now the question is not if a, so it says now the question is not if a nuclear war breaks out on the Korean Peninsula, but who starts it and when. And this gonna be more than just on the Korean Peninsula, is what they talking about. It's gonna be bigger than that, man. And that's what we seeing. That's why we seeing again Russia gathering certain nations. And really it's gonna be more than that. But it says in this year's I jump down. I'll start right here. So this is what still they saying. North Korea says in late June, a U.S. B-52 strategic bomber took part in a joint drills with South Korea, and just 2 weeks later, America deployed its Ohio classic ballistic missile submarine, the USS Kentucky, to South Korea, armed with 20 Trident II ballistic missiles, and the undersea vessel carries a total of 80 nuclear warheads. And this is what he goes on to say. The U.S. has been waging hostile state policy against North Korea for 80 years, blatantly interferes with the independent development and security interests of the North and pushes the situation in northeastern Asia to the brink of nuclear war. And look, nobody not bowing down no more. That's another thing that got to be pointed out. These nations not bowing down no more. And that's what Joel the 3rd chapter say. They with it. You know, it says it says the general state that all claims by the U.S. and its allies about their willingness to resolve the issue around the peninsula through negotiations were nothing but empty echo, and the only way to prevent nuclear war is for Pyongyang to possess military weapons, military means of deterrence. Now I'm gonna get this real quick in Joel 3, because what they're saying is, look, the only way for us to, in other words, let's read it again. It says, and the only way to prevent nuclear war is for Pyongyang to possess military means for deterrence. In other words, we got to gear up. We got to gear up. That's the only way. If we got something to shoot off, we got to gear up. And really, which is point of prophecy.
Right.
Real quick, this Joel 3. And let's see. I get straight to the point, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, and let all the men of war draw near, and let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. And it's the point right here. And let the weak say I'm strong. So that's what these countries are focused on right now, beefing up, as one would say, their military. Who trying to get their hands on missiles? And it's not just missiles no more. AI technology. They're going to the next level. And again, that's why places like China and Russia coming up and having importance for these smaller countries, because they can kickstart the foundation for the digital currency or the digital ID in these smaller countries, like we talked about a couple of weeks ago with Nigeria. You know, but nevertheless, you see these nations focus on going to war. That's the talks right now. That's what's hot. Digital currencies in World War III. That's the talks right now on the earth. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say I'm strong. And a lot of these nations a couple of years ago, you know, wouldn't be talking the way they talking. They ready to go to war.
God.
But I'll finish it. You got something?
Oh, no, I was saying, shall I want to the Abijah to come in, boy?
Hey, Shalom.
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 Thumb, all you brothers and sisters out there, man. Shalom. Yes, sir. Yeah, but it's crazy because it's like every country that opposes Babylon is joining Russia and China. That's what's happening because South Korea, they in league with Babylon. North Korea is in league with Russia and China. And now you see these. Well, you know what? I don't want to jump a boat, brother. You got it out.
No, that's it though. Even France, it was talks to them. I believe last month, Macron, he was talking about going to meet with the BRICS. So, and then look, France, that's the French. They're part of the beast.
Right.
Man, they talking about going to meet with the BRICS. But look, even that's according to prophecy, because it says that America's allies go turn on them, man. And right now it's looking good. If you need a team to pick from, Russia making it look good right now. Putin,
right.
Hey, I got to see this other video that the Elder Yashua had. Putin, he talking his shit. Right. You know, he's supplying everybody. Look, come over here. He's supplying everybody. But yeah, that's that one. I throw that in the chat, and I move on to the next one.
Come on, you brothers and sisters, man. Please get a chance, read them articles, man, and see what's really going on in the earth. Okay, please read them articles.
You know, because when we go try to hit the main points, we go hit everything. You know,
right.
But so this one put out August 15th. Now I was reading this today though. Now this from RT News as well, and it says direct war with NATO possible. And that's from Belarusian defense minister. Now, Belarus, when you look it up on the map, that's to the west of Russia. And to the south of it is Ukraine, right? So look, all them, when the USSR was in place, they was a part of it. So this is what he said. And of course, what side you think he on? He with Russia. It says direct war with, you got something, bro?
No, I was just agreeing with you, bro.
It says direct war with NATO is possible. And look, this is the thing. And man, this is why this article, because as I was going through this when I was reading it, and as I was reading at the top, this popped up. That's why I didn't want to hit the refresh button, because you know how I pop up with the urgent or the breaking news. As I was reading this one, we're gonna go into it, but I ain't gonna read it yet. I'm gonna go into it. But so yeah, we might see a little something, right? Because NATO, again, that's matter of fact, I got it pulled up right here. But look, they over there in Ukraine right now. And we know what's going on. Russia ain't trying to have it. America trying to move in, getting too close, and it's a problem. But these, certain NATO members, or all the NATO members, which most of them are part of the EU as well. But I'm gonna read it. So it says, it's obvious that Russia and Belarus could find themselves in a direct conflict with NATO in the future. And that's prophecy. Belarusian Defense Minister Viktor Krinin told the International Security Conference in Moscow on Tuesday. Krinin warned that the conflict in Ukraine has morphed into what he called a global confrontation between the West and the East. And again, man, let's continue. It says, based on the increase in arms expenditure across the Western world, Krinin's conclusion is unambiguous. The possibility, let's see what that means. I got to. Not open to more than one interpretation. Okay. So it says conclusion is ambiguous. So this is what it is. The possibility of a direct military clash with NATO in the future becomes very obvious. It's no coincidence that the Republic of Belarus considers the return of tactical nuclear weapons to its territory as an effective factor of strategic deterrence, the minister added. And you notice all these nations, they ain't just saying that they got a problem with the West. They all saying they're using it as a deterrence. In other words, to arm themselves, to protect themselves, man, because they're getting too close. Trying to step on it, and it don't make sense. America trying to put missiles right there in Russia's backyard. But how would it be if Russia came over here, put missiles over there, Cuba and Alaska, it'll be an issue. It'll be an issue.
Right.
So it don't even make sense. So these nations are justified in protecting themselves. And again, it's justified because it's written in the scriptures. That's how the Most High got it written. But continuing on, it says, I'm gonna jump down. Let's see if we can hit the points. It says Russian President Vladimir Putin announced in March that Russian nuclear weapons would be stationed in Belarus. So look, because it wasn't no nuclear weapons in Belarus, right? So Putin said, okay, well, look, I'm gonna put them there now. That's what he's saying. He says Vladimir Putin announced in March that Russian nuclear weapons would be stationed in Belarus in response to the UK's provision of toxic depleted uranium ammunition to Kyiv. And Moscow will only remove these weapons if the US removes its own nuclear missiles from Europe and dismantle the infrastructure associated with them. So look, the only way we're going to take these, so Putin said, I'm going to put them in Belarus, and the only way we're going to take them out is if America take all their nuclear missiles out of Europe and dismantle their whole infrastructure that they got a part with it.
Right. And that's not going to happen.
It's not. You got it, bro.
Yeah, Babylon not about to do that. So what's going to, happen? War. World War III, man. They are preparing, brothers and sisters. You got to continue to watch these videos, man. Read this information, because salvation is at the doors. Our salvation is nearer than when we believe, man. And how do we know this? By what's happening in prophecy. Okay. I'll go ahead.
Now check this out. So as I was saying before the article, as I was reading this, I was on this part right here. No, I was a little up. And I finished the whole article, but when I refreshed it and went back to the RT, this was the main news. Right? So let me read this portion first. So it says Ukraine's Western backers claim they are not, and who is that? America, right? America and their allies. So it says Ukraine's Western backers claim that they are not directly participating in the conflict in Ukraine. So in other words, they're trying to one foot in, one foot out, act like they ain't doing nothing but helping out Ukraine. But they don't want to get in conflict with Russia, what it says, and have avoiding providing certain weapons, notably fighter jets. So in order for them to avoid conflict, which is America, the Western backers, as it said, of Ukraine, in order for them to avoid conflict with Russia, it says they have to avoid providing certain weapons, notably fighter jets, that's the point, and long-range missiles, because that would risk provoking a direct clash with Russia. Now, again, so this was the hot news. Remember, it says one thing they couldn't do is provide fighter jets. So this is the hot news, and it say right here, the U.S., and this from today, August 17, 2023, the U.S. encourages NATO allies to send F-16 to Ukraine. That's fighter jets. So they said, look, we ain't gonna send that. We gonna respect y'all. And Babylon still said, but look, allies, if y'all want to send them, y'all can send them. It was cool. We agree. So now they stepping on Russia again. Now the beast is poking the bear. They trying Russia, man. But it says, I'm gonna read a little bit of this. It's U.S. encourages NATO allies to send F-16s to Ukraine. The Netherlands and Denmark were reportedly told all the necessary requests will be approved. Denmark and the Netherlands can send Ukraine F-16 fighters as soon as the pilot training is complete, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said in a letter seen by Reuters on Thursday. And this is what he said: I am writing to express the United States' full support for both the transfer of F-16 fighter aircraft to Ukraine and for the training of Ukrainian pilots qualified by F-16 instructors. Blinken said in a letter to his counterparts in The Hague and Copenhagen. So America all the way with it. Let's see if it had anything. Right, I'm gonna jump down to this, and I'll throw all this in the chat too. So it says, because remember, a couple months ago, Putin felt played that America was even supplying Ukraine with what it was supplying it with already, and sending soldiers and different guns. So how much more now fighter jets and missiles and so on and so forth. But it goes right here. Ukrainian officials have said that the training should begin sometime in August. That's this month. With the planes entering service by the end of 2024, March 2024. They starting this month though. If everything follows the schedule, a recent report by the Washington Post, however, noted that the initial 6 pilots will require a 4-month course in English before they can even start with the flight lessons. And that shows that who got power over the earth? Babylon. Why they in another language? It says when Biden first brought up the F-16s in May, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that sending them to Ukraine, so sending them F-16s, which they finally doing now, the foreign minister says sending them to Ukraine will be an unacceptable escalation and warned the West against playing with fire. Come on, man. Them people ain't playing. It said America playing with fire, and look, they actually sent them. They actually sent them. It says, speaking in June, Russian President Vladimir Putin predicted that F-16s will burn just like the Western tanks supplied to Kyiv, and said that Russia will find ways to strike at sites outside Ukraine if the jets end up being based up, right? It says operating F-16s require pristine runways, which Ukraine does not have. So Putin's saying, look, if y'all can't put them in Russia, so wherever y'all put them, I'm gonna find a way to burn them, to destroy them. Let me throw that in the chat. So back to this one, and I get a precept after this. You got something out?
Nope, go ahead. You got it.
Kind of. So back to this one, it says Ukraine's Western backers claim that they are not directly participating in the conflict in Ukraine and having avoided providing certain weapons, notably fighter jets, and now we're seeing they provide them, or they will, and long-range missiles, and that will risk provoking a direct clash with Russia. Right, and let's see what they got. Something else. That's pretty much it. Oh no, I gotta get this. Again, so it says, and Russian President Vladimir Putin has used similar language to describe the conflict, framing it as an attempt by the U.S. and its subordinate allies and the beast, NATO and the EU. And I think it's 22 NATO nations are in the EU as well. But and its allies. So really, Putin speaking prophecy right here. So it says Russian President Vladimir Putin used similar language to describe the conflict, framing it as an attempt by the U.S. and its subordinate allies to prevent the emergence of a multipolar world order. And Russian troops are not just fighting the Ukrainian military, he said last year, but here it is. It says, but the entire Western military machine. That's the beast. That's the beast, man. And that's what prophecy pointing to. If you ain't got nothing, I got get that Ezekiel real quick.
Well, yeah. I want to say that Babylon just, using Ukraine as a proxy. They don't care about Ukraine. All kind of reports came out, how the soldiers are being, destroyed. Russia just having their way with Ukraine because there's no fight. This is why Babylon is putting billions and billions of dollars into it, trying to keep it afloat. But the Ukrainians are dying, bro. They're losing bad. And Babylon knows that. So they're going to get a little bit desperate and send them F-16, fighter jets to heat it up, man. And as you read in the article, and I watched a video on our Redacted a couple of months ago. The guy said that it takes time to learn how to, you know, fly those jets, man. So they're trying to train them to do it, but then, man, they ain't gonna have no soldier left at this point.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna get this. This is and again that gives what we're seeing with BRICS, how all these nations joined unto not just Russia, but other of these powerhouses as China, India, South Africa, you know, Brazil, so on and so forth. You got Iran trying to get in there, Saudi Arabia. Hey, Germany, Germany, I believe Germany trying to hop in there. But again, France, well, Macron is talks to him going to sit down with him. But the point is, as prophecy about to say, Ezekiel 38, I'm going to just start at 1. It says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, which the land of Magog, that's your modern day Russia. It says, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against them, and say, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. That's the point. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And that's what we're seeing right now. You know, as now, again, the reason this thing was right here, this whole alliance was even formed, NATO, is to combat what was once called the USSR. You know, which some of these, man, let me pull up a map. I should have had it up. Let's see. So like I should have had one up. But NATO was created just to combat USSR, to keep Russia from pushing west. I don't know. Let's see. I just click on this one. You know, so look, that's why, again, Russia had a problem. I want to say a couple of months ago, even last year with America, because they were like, look, this part of what was once ours anyway. Why are you trying to come up into it? So what the Lord is saying right here, look, Russia, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, is going back to those old ways, gathering certain nations unto it once again, becoming their power. And man, look, Russia got this system, Marcus, called Operation Dead Hand. Now, it was created during the Soviet Union in Russia. And what it is that it's a nuclear weapon defense system. But it ain't trying to block no weapons. It's that, I don't know how they got it. Well, we know the law got it set up. But once a nuclear weapon is let off, in case another nation shoot first, like America, in case America shoot first, it says that all Russian missiles go launch at once. They just gonna let off. It's self-automated. It don't have to be, no person have to push a button on it. It's gonna do it itself. You know, now it's called Operation Dead Hand, if anybody want to look into it. But the point is, that was created back during the USSR. Now we know, fast forward to these times, he would turn thee back. That's one of the things that's going to be used. Something that was created back then when it was the Soviet Union. And he said, I would turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. War ready. It says, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. And that's, I'm gonna play this video again. I seen Elder Yashawama play this vid, but it says you're gonna have all these nations come unto you clothed in all sorts of armor. And that's what Putin bragging about. Where is it? That's what he bragging about. Let me play it real quick.
We offer.
Now again, it's being translated, so
our partners a wide range of modern weapons of virtually all types and kinds. These include the latest control, intelligence systems, precision weapons, and robotics.
Welcome to Candid Africa.
This time, too, an interesting and rich program awaits participants and guests of the forum, representatives of delegations from many countries. At the stands, exhibitions, and firing ranges of the Patriot Park, 1,500 Russian enterprises presented over 28,500 modern samples of military and dual-purpose products. Russia is open to deepening equal technological partnership and military technical cooperation with other countries, with all those who defend their national interests and their independent path of development, and considers it essential to build together an equal, indivisible security system that would reliably protect each state. We offer our partners a wide range of modern weapons of virtually all types.
And that's funny because it's going into how Russia, which again in the scriptures it says that likened into a bear, which even that's the symbol, but it says it want to help those states who worried about the economy, they people, so on and so forth, so they go supply them with weapons. Now I was looking it up, just that about don't poke a bear. I forget where it was. All right, let's see. Now this is just a side note. If I can find it. If I can't, select it. Damn, let's see where it's at. All right, here it is. So it says bear attacks. Right? Bear attacks. It says bear attacks are most rare. Most bears are only interested in protecting food. And look, this is the same interest that Russia said that is worried about those other nations. Why I want to protect them and get them weapons. Things is what we're reading right here. So it says most bears are only interested in protecting food, cubs, or their space. However, being mentally prepared can help you have the most effective reaction. Every situation is different, but it goes into a certain bear attacks, but it goes into when you start, aggravating or come too close, that's when it's going to attack. But again, while Putin helping these people, that's the characteristics of an actual bear. I'm gonna play it back a little bit.
And military technical cooperation with other countries, stands, exhibitions, and firing ranges of the Patriot Park. 1,500 Russian enterprises presented over 28,500 modern samples of military and dual-purpose products. Russia is open to deepening equal technological partnership and military technical cooperation with other countries, with all those who defend their national interests and their independent path of development, and considers it essential to build together an equal, indivisible security system that would reliably protect each state. We offer our partners a wide range of modern weapons of virtually all types and kinds. These include the latest control, intelligence systems, precision weapons, and robotics. Special attention was paid to the topic of unmanned aerial vehicles. This area is being actively developed both in the military and civilian sectors. In fact, we are talking about the creation of a new independent science-based and high-tech industry. And of course, we suggest paying attention to the innovative and civilian products of our defense industry enterprises.
That's pretty much it on that. But you see, the point is, he say what? He's supplying these other nations with artillery, man, for their military. And it ain't just as far as drones or guns. It's the new technology they got, AI, so on and so forth. Are you good up?
Yeah, I don't know. Something happened. They kicked me out, bro. Yeah.
So this is Ezekiel 38:4 says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and it's going into Russia, and all thine army, horsemen, horses, and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. And we just heard Putin talk about that. And just so happened, he's the one ruling over Magog, the modern day Magog, but it says Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with them, and all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. And not just bricks. Again, it's going to be American allies. And who knows how. And look, that's another thing. It might not even be put in the news, because according to that, it says it was a secret thing that they did. America thought, in Obadiah, it says you thought they was with you. So they might just at the last minute turn it back or stop answering Biden calls. You see? Stop letting Kamala fly out. But these nations go prepare, come together, have a plan against Babylon the Great, even if it seemed like they're still on America's side.
Right. And for the brothers and sisters out there who don't know, Persia is talking about Iran or Iran, as they say. Okay. And he mentioned Ethiopia and Libya. These countries all got something against the West, man. If you pay attention to it, especially Libya. You seen what NATO did to Libya with old Gaddafi, man? So you know they're going to be with Russia. Everything is being prepared, man. And it says, many people with thee. As a brother going into, those different African nations, man, they're all joining. It's like the alliance. It's the Most High God. He's mustering the host of the battle. He's preparing this thing, bro, and it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful to see this stuff playing out because this is a sign of our salvation, bro. Like, this is a sign of captivity being over with. So we're watching closely, bro, to all this stuff happening because it's going to lead to salvation, Lord willing, man. And Esau being destroyed. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Come on, I just read verse 7. It says, and be thou prepared. This is Ezekiel 38:7. And be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee. So look, you be ready and you make sure they ready. And we just watched it. He said it. You make sure they ready. Y'all be prepared. And we got another precept, and that's pretty much it. It says, be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Habakkuk said at the end of the show, speaking not lie. So now the Lord giving tangible proof. We got stuff to back up what the Bible's saying.
Right. And Russia is being a guard to these nations, man. All the nations who are in league with Russia, Babylon don't attack them nations. They ain't bombing them nations that's in league with Russia. And China, okay, because China is a very large military too, man. And they got all kind of stuff going on. And these Edomites here in America, they hate the Chinese. They envy them because China, has a hold here in Babylon, man. And they got TikTok. They really mad at TikTok. Esau hate TikTok. Well, the so-called conservative Edomites. They hate it because of what, China is doing. But go ahead, brother.
Kind of real quick. This is Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50 and verse 8. It says, remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he-goats before the flock. Verse 9, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. And it's called like, because shit, back in them ancient walls, sometime a military, like say when Babylon was coming into power, Nebuchadnezzar, he had got who to help him out with the Assyrians. I believe it was Persians, the Medes, and Egypt, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Mainly the Medes. Yeah, mainly the Medes.
Yep, the water. Hey, that's what the Lord doing right now. They're just modern times. Hey, they call it bricks now, though. You see, they call it certain things. We know them as the modern names. But nations are gathering together to come against America to take this place down. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. And who gonna be leading them? Russia. And they shall set themselves in array against her, and from thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man, and none shall return in vain. And those arrows are talking about missiles. I get it real quick. Isaiah 9. Real quick, this Isaiah 9:5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. That's the ancient battles, right? The swords hitting in the metal, and you hit the blood. You see the blood. Men, the grown men. Well, that's how the ancient wars was fought, man. Guts hanging out. It says, but this, right, and that's that the third war cometh quickly. It says, but this shall be with burning and with fuel of fire. How could that happen? That's missiles, ICBM missiles, flying from one continent to another. That's how it's about to be fought. Look, they go gather themselves in the east as well, but they still gonna shoot the missiles. So once those nations get themselves ready against Babylon, get their plan together, however they gonna do it. Verse 13, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited. It shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, all you who got missile capability, nuclear capability, because the Lord can have, man, whatever type of missiles the Lord might have. Any of them, she said, I think it's in this chapter. Spare none, spare no arrows. Well, yeah, it's right here. It's right here. Yep. So it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. And that's what we're reading about in this article. North Korea saying that nuclear war is inevitable. The only way this is going to end if somebody shoot that off. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, and at her is that whore that rideth on the beast, the one who got the main say-so within NATO and EU as we see it today, even the World Bank. The World Bank got mostly all world's central banks a part of it, but it said it's strongly influenced by America. Why is that? That's the one that she controlling everything. Got the most influence. It says, so shoot at her, spare no arrows. So these countries going to shoot their missiles at America. Again, even the allies, according to Revelation 17, it says those 10 horns, but those who are part of that beast going to shoot arrows at this place who they was once in agreement with, who they once made treaties with, who they once fought with. I forgot to bring this out. Why it was important that man, it's a lot. I wanted to bring this up, but why it was important that if America, talking about sending those fighter jets up in there, because that said I was going to provoke Russia. But now we know this little code within NATO. It's called Article 5. And this it says the parties, and I should have got this earlier, so select it, but hey, better late than never. It says the parties agree. So this is the code within NATO. The parties agreed that an armed attack against one or more of them in Europe or North America shall be considered an attack against them all. So say if you come against America, you come against the whole alliance. Right? If you come against Belgium, you're coming against the whole alliance. If you're coming against the Netherlands, you're coming against everybody. That's what they're saying. And consequently, they agree that if such an armed attack occurs, each of them in exercise of the right of the individual or collective self-defense recognized by Article 51 of the Charter of the United States will assist the party or parties so attacked by taking forthwith individually and concert with the other parties, so they all will get together, and such actions as it deemed necessary include the use of armed force to restore and maintain the security of the North Atlantic area. So look, if Ukraine talking about getting in there and they do too much, that's why they're saying right here in this article, direct war with NATO was possible. They're all in the lines, but going back, those people, something gonna happen where they go turn their back on this place, man. But it says, going back to Jeremiah 51, and that's it. And 14, it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon, round about, all ye that bend the bow, and shoot at her, and spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord, and shout against her round about. And look, this is not talking about the ancient Babylon either, because it didn't go down like this with fire, right? Like Revelation 18, it's just a perfect one to link with that, because it mentions the fire. But it says, shout against her round about. She have given a hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her as she have done, do unto her. I want to get that fire real quick. Gotta get that. You got it, bro. And again, that second Esdras, what it is, 15. It says the Lord will send them flying swords, and they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon. Let's read this real quick though, straight to the point. Verse 8, Revelation 18 and 8, it says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. So that's going to be the outcome of them shooting them arrows, fire. That's going to be the end of Babylon the Great. And as it's saying, Daniel 7, the beast in the hole. That's when it's going to be finally destroyed and taken out the way. When America, the latter part of that fourth beast, be hit with the missiles, man. That's the lake of fire. This is going to be the big Maui. You know, the big Maui. All right, we got the example with Lil Maui, but this is going to be the big Maui, man. As the apostle said. But so that's the outcome, and we see these things fast approaching. And again, as it said in Revelation 11, the second war is past, and the third war cometh quickly. All right, and this is one of the last things we waiting on. Like Apostle Paul said, that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed. Those things happen. So in our time, Yahushua can't come except the MOTB come, be mandated, and then World War III happen, and then the law could come, because everything else gonna happen between it. But you got to do it.
Yeah, brother, close it out. You got it, brother. Close it out.
Con. Hey, well, shit, Lord willing, this is edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Chakodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe on the gospel. They keep fighting, keep pushing, and with that, shalom.
Shalom, man.